Excellent.
Good. Hello, everyone. This is Rohit Gupta. So, welcome to TGV session. So, today we'll be discussing a very good topic. Like, it's a topic that I think I am currently trying to do, detoxing myself from gadgets. So today's topic is a day without gadgets. So, I would like to have your initial thoughts. Like, what do you think? Like, are you able to detox yourself from gadgets?
Before that, let me ask this question in a different way. Do we
Okay.
really need to detox ourselves from gadgets, guys? Especially in this connected world where everything is virtual. You know, do we really need to detox ourselves from gadget?
Yes.
I feel we need to detox in a positive manner from the gadgets than the negative, negative manner. So it depends on how we take it positively, how we use it, and the negative. So it can be even without the gadgets also, even if it's on site. The negative and positive side is always there. So how we use it is makes a difference actually.
Absolutely. Sometimes it becomes so needed, right? You know,
Yeah.
like the virtual or global teams are that we are talking about. Without gadgets, you can't even communicate with each other because you are not living in the times where everyone is in the same room. The teams are in the same office that you can walk in. You know, unfortunately, gone are those days in this digital world, in this global world where we are, joining across the cities and across the geographies. The positive side of detoxification from devices is one aspect, but do we really need to put it in hard and fast rule is the point that I wanted to put on the table.
In my view, why I am detoxing from gadgets. It's that because it's more become, since we are in a virtual world, we are moving towards a physical world. So, but then also we are more towards the gadget. You can understand by that thing that when I am working, I have a working of 5 days. So I am all in front of the gadgets. I'm using the gadget. I have a smartwatch. I have a wireless earphones. I have a TV and a Wi-Fi. So everything I'm surrounded with the gadgets. So the maximum time my whole week goes in gadgets, and I'm not able to explore outside the gadget. So there's a world outside gadget because we are humans who lives in a world which is more towards physical world, and we need to understand the reality. Like, if I'm talking about myself, I don't know how about others. I'm talking about myself. I'm a person who is so addicted to gadgets that it has been a month that I have talked to anyone in my building. So if I'm inside my home, I'm surrounding my gadgets. I'm all with my gadgets. I'm not even going outside in my balconies to view the people. So it becomes a necessity to detox. So like we do a fasting, like some of my friends do a Monday fasting, or they do I would say quarterly fasting, something kind of a thing. That's not a hard and fast rule. That's something that they are doing for themselves to keep themselves healthy. So detoxing from gadgets is optional, but I would recommend, because to keep it, I would say, yourself healthy. Welcome Pavan, welcome Hari Krishna, and welcome Amsi sir. So yeah, yes, Pavan, you want to say something?
For me, when I looked at this topic initially, right now it says a day without gadgets. I thought, no, wow, it's a nice topic. It's really good. But when I started thinking about it, I think I joined just in the middle when Sudhakar was actually mentioning about the same questions actually were coming to my mind. Actually, if you're looking back, from civilization, we have been advanced from the technology standpoint. So gadgets definitely have become a part and parcel of our life. Like, usage of them, as Sudhakar said, had it not been the technology developed, maybe in the last 2 years, just like any construction workers, even IT people would have faced a lot of problems. But still, we were able to survive because of the technology and the gadget usage. for me, I felt the topic should be changed. Like it says a day without gadgets, instead a day with low usage of gadgets, right? It's not without gadgets, because you can't keep away from it. Because it sometimes, say you have a kid, who's going to college, right? It's always important that, she has some gadget with you and she communicates with you. Maybe if she's getting late for some XYZ reason, that is, you're safe that, okay, she informed me or he informed me. So rather than saying without gadgets, I personally feel the usage of it should be less. Reason being, sometimes, as Rohit said, right? He gets so engrossed in those gadgets that sometimes he doesn't go out of the balcony. And maybe that has to be controlled, rather than having Saturday, Sunday, no gadgets. Rather than doing that every day, you have some kind of a time that you give it to the gadgets, where maybe you look out for WhatsApp messages, you look out for LinkedIn, you look out for something else. But that usage or that has to be limited, so that you don't say a day without a gadget, but you say every day I use a gadget, but definitely there is a limited time. Because the more you get engrossed, you get disconnected from your personal life, you get disconnected from connecting with the people. No matter how advanced we become in the technology, something that cannot be replaced is the human interaction. Nothing can be replaced, right?
Yes,
at the end of the day, that emotion touch or that kind of an interaction is very much important. So for me, I would say not without gadget, but definitely low usage, which actually a few months before I started it, actually, where every morning I used to see my WhatsApp message at 7 o'clock. After that, I used to switch off my data plan. Afternoon, after lunch, because it's after lunch, you definitely feel sleepy and all, right? That's when I used to see for another 15 minutes, again switch off, and again, see it in the evening. There were a few challenges, because some people on the team and other things were expecting immediate replies and over WhatsApp and all. But that's something which I have to redo it again. I did it for 15 days, but 10, 15 days, if I remember, but then stopped it. But I personally feel no, in the present scenario, doesn't work or fit. Low fits it.
So with you, like first of all, welcome. Sorry, I forgot to welcome you. Secondly, the thing is that you are talking about no gadgets. Like, so if you see the detox programs, let's take example of Baba Ramdev. Like, since I visited his clinic some days before for my mother. So what they have is they have something known as a detox program, in which you are completely taken out from your gadgets. Like, you are not even allowed to take a mobile phone or any kind of a digital gadget. You are kept there for 15 days or maybe 7 days or some variable time, what they think. So you are kept outside the gadgets and only on the natural things. So even brand, like I would say bigger brand, like maybe there are some like I would take example of Kejriwal, like where sometime down the line, when he was not feel like so there's an optimum that he has created, that every sardi that comes, he is wearing a muffler, so that signifies that sardi has come. So there's a cold in Delhi, so maybe 2 years down the line, he went to some clinic. So there he took the detoxification program, where he was kept out of the gadgets. So just wanted to make that point. Yeah.
No, the only point, Rohit, I would say, personally, few months before, I went for a weight loss program. It's more like stringent program, as what is it? Very much similar to the detoxification kind of a thing, where you're not supposed to eat more of carbs, etc. and all. In 2.5 months' time, there was a huge reduction in my weight. When I came up to 70, where it was up to 80 or something. When I started the program, it came up. It was very good. The 2 months program got stopped, and then again, it went back to that again. It was initially 80 when I started the program, came to 70, and when I stopped, the program is over and all. It went back to 85. So I thought, okay, detoxification works. Maybe as you said, the 10 days, 15 days. Yes, that curriculum wise, if you are restricting them, but are you really going to able to maintain it once you're coming out? That's the important. That's why since then I thought, okay, no such kind of programs. I take a regular caution, saying that, okay, this is what I have to eat on a regular basis, and not junk food, etc., and do a walk. And now I've come to 76. Yeah, it's okay, but still not going up is what I'm happy in the last few months.
So no issue, sorry, you can just talk. Yes, Rashima, you were saying something.
1 minute. Yeah, I just want to say one thing. See, this program, weight loss and without gadgets, I've also done. And I've had my friends doing it where they don't get the network itself, to a remote place and wherever it is, whichever part of India or wherever it is. But then, as he says, when we come back, actually we get into it. Happened to me also. I lost weight around 8 to 10 kg. Again, I started picking up once that 90 days challenge is over. But what we're talking about gadgets, somebody said, I couldn't get the name, that there is a particular time where, we use the gadget. I think today's world where many of us are actually using gadgets only for our purpose of work and other things, traveling and all that. Instead of that, we can make something which is actually practical, a lot of time where we can spend in physical activities where we don't use gadgets, a particular time in a day where it becomes a routine rather than doing a course where we can do the course but then we come back to normal. So that period, if we fix our mind and becomes a schedule, and we can actually, we can do the initiative where we message each other in the TGV, in the inner circle, and we say that this is the activity I did today where I did not use the gadget. And each one can do exercise, it can be a family time, or maybe playing with your children, or going out, going a walk with your dog. It can be anything. Okay, but that period we take a promise. Maybe it's only 45 minutes, maybe it's 1 hour, whatever it is. Try it out so that we actually do it. It's like a challenge. So that way, like it would be more effective rather than trying out, because trying out never happens in Indian, this one, because people try to give excuse. That's what. And messaging, some people will not do it, but when they see the motivation and the pictures, they will be like, there'll be a temptation, and tomorrow I'll also post, I will do something and post. So people will join in. There'll be some light, some enthusiasm in the group. Like, any ideas, you can just shoot. Just my idea. Like.
So yeah, rest of the people can please come forward and put in their thoughts.
Hi Rohit, I would like to go next.
Yeah, okay.
So I would like to share my real experience, which I have faced in 2 weeks ago. So I was sleeping at night at 12 a.m. It was midnight, 12 a.m. My friend got at my home. He was all packed. He was all ready. And at 1 a.m. he said, let's leave. So I was like wondering like where to leave. And he said, just pack your bag and we are leaving. Even though we had our gadgets with us, since it's a necessity. So we packed and we left somewhere, we don't know where. And at the end, I came to know we went to his village. In his village, we don't have electricity. In his village, we don't have proper water supply, nothing. The amazing thing about his village was it's on the mountain top, and at the bottom of its mountain, there is a river. It's amazing river. He has his own boat. He has his own house, which is kind of a tent. And we were living there. Though there was internet connections and everything. But the amazing thing about that part was we were not actually using gadget at that moment of time. We were enjoying the environment which we were having at that point of time. We went on boating, we went on fishing, and at night, since it was kind of gadget free everything, we didn't had proper lights. We used to lit up lamps at night, and there was no fan as well, so we used to sleep on veranda, like it's outside the house, so we used to sleep on that. And it was 1 week, we enjoyed that 1 week. The important thing which I learned in that point of time, even though we had gadgets, but we were not using it. So instead, I would like to say, as Rajeshri ma'am said, like to detoxify, you really don't have to take gadgets away from you. You can have it, but still you can detoxify yourself. So on that part, I would really like to light up. We did had gadget with us, since in case of emergency or something like that. In today's world, we really need gadgets. Not just at that point of time, like for the case of emergency, we can actually capture those moments as well for our memories. So we do need gadgets at that time as well. So the point is of my conversation is, even though we were outside the world, not outside the world, but outside our daily world where we work on gadgets, surround ourselves with gadgets, we were outside those world and we were enjoying ourselves. We did had Gadget, but we were detoxifying ourselves, enjoying the moment as well. So for me, even though you have Gadget, to detoxify yourself, it's completely based on you, on how you take it. As is it a positive manner or it's in a negative manner? So for me, even I have a Gadget with me. At 8:30 I go for music classes. I turn off my phone and I enjoy my music session. And after that, after 10 p.m to 4 a.m, since I wake up at 4 a.m to go for a running, so till that time my phone is on DND. So even though I have a phone with me,
Yes. I wanted to interrupt you.
so
Yes,
yeah,
so you mean network is the culprit?
sorry.
You mean to say network is the culprit?
No, I won't say network is the culprit. The thing over here is, over here, while we go on social media, all the things which are beside us kind of help, kind of, has a negative effect on our mind, some or the other way. Like we see people, we see doing them stuff, and we try to compare ourselves. It's not about the network or something like that. It's about you say how you see yourself on those, how you try to compare yourself. Basically, that's what I had a habit of going social media, comparing their life with my life, and it has a kind of an adverse effect on myself. I'm talking on my perspective. I had kind of adverse effect on myself, on comparing my life, since as we know, people don't walk in your shoes. Each one have everyone on their life, but to be honest, at certain point we do compare ourselves on that point. So it's kind of, to detoxify, as in, for me, to detoxify as in, it's to explore yourself in a good way. While being on social media, we just try to explore what people are having, what it is going on outside, like outside the world. But what we truly forget is how to explore yourself, because when you explore yourself, you know what you can do. So for me right now, exploring my musical part, I go to musical sessions, I enjoy those part. So network is not the blame, but it's how you see the perspective. I kind of do blame network, like connecting on
No,
that.
no, Rohit, yes, you are
Yeah.
correct. See, what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel is, if Rohit allows me to talk, because he told me to shut up. Rohit, can I speak?
Yes, he's the host, so you
Yes,
need his
Rohit,
permission.
need your permission, Rohit. Need your kind permission.
You better speak related to topic. I am okay with that. I'm not
Yes.
stopping you.
So, okay. So, up to me, a gadget is what eases your life. So, anything that is easing too much will have some adverse effect on me. So, I feel everything, too much of everything is like something is wrong. So, I will take it in this way.
Yes, correct.
Too
That's
much
what I
of
meant
gadget
actually.
and too much of not gadget. Yes, that's it.
So again, for me, it was like, detoxifying doesn't mean you have to take gadgets away from you. In case of emergency, you always need it. So while I was on vacation over there, there is someone beside on my house as well. There was a case of emergency, of medical emergency. At that point of time, I do needed gadget to save their life. So it's not about forgetting what you are, because technology is made to use it, and it making yourself detached from it. What's the point of that technology then? So it's about how you take that in a perspective. Detoxifying doesn't mean taking away everything.
But yes, can't we discuss on a point where we are saying this is the threshold? This is the threshold of a gadget.
Okay, so yeah,
I mean,
that makes more sense to me actually. So why not threshold, as in, why not we take amount of time where we create a habit of making ourselves detached from those gadgets, and spend time with, not just with the family, but with yourself, most with yourself, and explore yourself, and try to understand what is more in you. So you might find a good habit. I recently, like I said, I'm on musical journey right now, and right now I'm making myself Sasta Sanjeev Kapoor. I'm trying to cook new dishes at my home, and since I am a foodie, I'm trying to cook good food for myself. And at that point of time, I'm not using any technologies or something like that. So the threshold is, try to keep it minimum. That's what I would say. Try to keep yourself away from all those stuffs as much as it required, but it is also required to utilize those stuff in a positive manner.
So like
That's what
from
my thoughts
Yash, so Yash has literally taken us on various verticals. So Vamsi sir, you are saying something. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good evening, all. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, your
Yes.
voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday night, actually, I returned from my Northeast trip. So majority of the journey, there was no network.
Own it.
There was no network in the sense. My service provider was only capable of establishing his network. He has a threshold. He has a threshold.
Vamsi, you are complaining. You are complaining about the network, or you are telling about the benefit of not having network.
No, I'm not saying any. I'm not saying anything.
No. Carry
I
on.
leave the I leave the interpretation. Uh, so my point is, it is a necessary evil. Gadget is a necessary evil, and
Wow, nice man, nice.
so
I noted this point.
even I may ignore my wife calling me, but I can't ignore my phone ringing. So it's that doorbell I have to open.
Rohit, note this point. No, what he told Vamsi, it's a major point.
So what if I look back and
Vamsi, just a disclaimer. Please note that this conversation is being recorded and
Got it.
Rohit has all plans to put it on social media. Please do not blame the guiding voice internal circles for doing something wrong that may impact you positively or negatively.
Yeah,
I
and if
agree
your
with
wife
you.
comes to know what you
Yes, that's
no,
the most
no, it's
important
good.
thing here.
See, here the gender can be very conveniently changed. Okay, this has become a universal statement now. So what in these 7 days, what happened? Yes, I took a oath on myself that I will post every day on LinkedIn. Morning, my during my normal timeline or the time duration at which I used to post, I'm not able to do. So I took usage of those automation tools. I created post maybe during my journey, and if you see my post also, like it was like I visited Bangladesh border, so I created something. But that was once I reached my hotel, create that, schedule it, and it is done. My wife's net phone, the connection was intact. There I can see that if it's like they say, drink water when you are thirsty and eat when you are hungry. It's not being dogmatic that okay, 8 glasses, 2 liters. Come on, somebody who just now consumed food and now he sees his water intake and he says that okay, let me go ahead for 2 more glasses. His stomach has to be in agreement with that. So for me, Gadget was something like there has to be threshold. Maybe that I will leave to that EMC and all those threshold and all those calculations. But for a person, if you have to be on network, on call 24/7 as part of your job or necessity, somebody is serious in your home, it's serious in the family, and you have to be on network, continuous calls. Yes, you have to be, because it's a boon that we have. But then when I go for running, yes, I do actually use, because I have to switch on my Strava. I can't ignore my Gadget. But when I'm swimming, yes, I just put my alarm. It's on the bench near my swimming pool, and when I'm swimming, I don't need my phone. And when I get up, I really do not need phone. Basically, that high glow, I don't want to see instantly when I wake up. So on and off, like there is a duty cycle that I want to attach to a Gadget. Uh, Evil, it's a necessity evil, but how much evil do I want to make it is still in my hand. Sometimes I can put a mask of acha hai to my Gadget and say that okay, this time I need my Gadget. I want to connect to my Bluetooth, and yeah, I'm not a foodie, but I like cooking. And when I'm cooking, I take my time listening to those videos which I buffer, because I don't, while cooking, I don't have any other thing. I definitely don't want to bring my phone near to hot environment, but my Bluetooth serves the purpose. So while cooking, what more do I know? I know.
Vamsi, sorry to interrupt you. are you restricting this gadget conversation to mobile, Bluetooth, wearables only?
No, any gadget, any gadget which will, as long as it serves the purpose of your communication or your bridge to it satisfies your need in that position in terms of either communicating or drafting a mail or anything. We should go and do it, because we can in our life figure out a time wherein you don't actually need it. So boxing something as good or bad is like saying that everybody is good, is saying that everybody is bad. Contextually it matters is what I feel, and I experienced actually in these 7 days. My phone I never used during day trip. Only night in the hotel when I had Wi-Fi, I created my content, scheduled it, and done for the day. But my wife's some places where in northeast where we were supposed to go to hill station, where there is natural geyser, the water is always hot. uh, Only my wife's network was working and we were able to track the path. So I want to be a little bit soft on the gadget and sometimes hard on the gadget usage.
Nice, man. Nice thought.
Yeah, good thoughts on that. Good thoughts on that. So from that, I just come on one question, that are gadget making us like we have all the gadgets, like now every gadget is smart. Even my laptop is smart. Like it knows when to even the Zoom we are using, it knows when to put some more light on my face and when not to. So is that making us lazy or is it making us proactive? So I
Rohit,
can
by the way,
start
you
with
are also
Anand.
smart.
I can start with Anand on this.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, all. Good evening. I think it's a very great topic that we're discussing today. So, Rohit, you can hear me, right? Clearly. Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, cool. To start with a couple of points, I think there are some great points laid down by all the members here. Just a couple of things. First, say mobile is an invention, just like nuclear energy is an invention, fire is an invention. So suddenly when you use fire to cook food, it's good. But when that fire destroys a property or a life, it's bad. When you use nuclear energy to generate electricity, it's good. But suddenly when you use it as a bomb, it's bad. So same thing, I think mobile is also there. It depends on our usage, how we are using. I think Vamsi, Yash and some others have shared some examples on that. So I will not go in that much, but what I feel is that, because of this gadget, we have also fall into a trap, something called as instant gratification. What I mean by that, see earlier, I used to remember when I was in college days, I used to remember literally 20, 25 phone numbers in my, they were on tip of my tongue. And I didn't have to check my book or anything to call someone, right? But today, I don't even remember. I mean, I hardly remember any number because we know that, okay, it's there in the phone. Earlier, I used to do like basic maths calculations easily. But now, even for simple ones, I'm using calculator now. If I have to search for anything, I used to take some time. I used to invest that this is what I really want. But now, if I need an answer, I'll just Google it out, and I mean, I'm not going beyond that. I'm just stopping there. So that instant gratification is very deadly thing. So I think even I have fallen into a trap, and if someone feels that they have, I think we should definitely realize that and come out of that. And one quick example that I will give is I have like two daughters, and my elder one is like almost 5 years. So in today's world, they are born in technological world. I cannot say no to her. Okay, no, mobile is not for you, but I have to make sure that she don't use mobile that much that it affects her health or whatever, her future growth. So I used to tell her, don't use mobile. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. One day, what she told me is that, Dad, you also use mobile every day. How it's not bad for you and it's bad for me? So I think in that moment, I realized that if I reduce my usage, I have the right to tell my daughter also that, okay, you don't have to use mobile. And that actually worked. I mean, now when I'm at home, I make sure I use it only to some important work is like I'm doing. Other than that, I have stopped watching Netflix on mobile or any videos on mobile. Everything is stopped. And suddenly she's also okay with that. She's now preferring TV to maybe go for it and, not viewing too much on the mobile. So this few things that I have realized is that, okay, fine, it's an evil, necessary evil, someone term. We need to have like some limit, and everyone knows the limit, so that you can define. And coming to the last question, Rohit, sorry, I forgot the question. So if you can just repeat once quickly.
So my question is, are the smart gadget making us lazier or smarter?
Yeah, I think in a way they are making us lazy. I mean, few of the examples I already shared, and what I feel is like, again, we like, for example, people here are going for running. They use gadget to track their this thing. Fine, it's very good. Nothing is wrong in that. You have to use it, and you know how to track it. But let's say today, earlier, if I have to like do something, I have to get up and do it. Now everything is happening on mobile, and in a way it's restricting my movement, which is again not, I have to work 8 hours sitting, I have to do everything sitting, and now suddenly in past few years my movement is very restricted. So I think in a way, yes, it is definitely having a negative impact, but again, how we like, you know, realize that quickly and, you know, move forward, I think that's the entire like what is it, the game that we can play with it. But yeah, I think that's what I would say on this one. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Anu. Yeah, Sangeeta, you were saying something.
Yes. So I have my own story of how I started with a smart watch to track all my progress of the day and how much I walk and all. So I completely became slave of it, and then lately realized that yes, it is helping me, as we all agree that without gadgets, now it is a necessity for in everyone's life. It is part of our life. It helps us in every way, positive way, when we have to connect to people, if we have to inform people, and to manage most of the things like ordering your groceries. A lot of things are like at ease. But yes, when I had to so I had made a goal that okay, I will stop using my smartwatch, and it took some time for me, but it really helped me to understand my body, that how it reacts, how when I'm walking, I was only with me to understand the travel of breath. So this all comes in meditation. When you start learning meditation, the first thing is you have to work upon your breathing technique. The way we sit and the shallow breath, we always normal breath is always shallow, but the most when you sit for yoga or meditation, they make you to do the deep breathing and understand each and every part of your body, be with it, becoming more conscious. So this clicked my mind, and then I said that okay, while walking or while running or while doing any physical activity, I'll be more mindful. I'll not count or look at my watch that, okay, how many steps I have achieved. And that really helped me a lot. As Pawan also mentioned, that we start our journey of weight management or anything which is like a 90 days and all, we get into those challenges. Even I have done that. I've done the 30 days burpee challenge. Every challenge I have attempted. But when I gave away my smartwatch, I never gained back that weight with what I had started with, because I became more mindful. I know when to drink water, as Vamsi mentioned. Our body always know when it needs water, when it needs food, and when it doesn't need food and water also. So somebody also mentioned about fasting. So I started learning about why our ancestors, or in every religion also, we have a system for fasting. It's not about you come out of the dependency of the food. So similar thing, if you fast even for your smart gadgets and all, it is doable. And I have also practiced that. And it's wonderful experience when you're only with you. Like whatever Yesh did, it is also kind of fasting, you know, where you did not access your electronic gadgets. You have it, but you did not access it. Same thing, when we are fasting, we know that there is a food in fridge or in our store, but we don't eat it. There is water. There are many people who does nirjala upvas. Nirjal means without water also. They will be.
Sangeeta, you are trying to say that smart watches are not smart and humans are smart?
Yeah, I always believe that humans are smart because they have made the smart watches or smart devices. So we are superly blessed. That is what I always believe. All the intelligence, whatever we have made it, we have used it to make our life easier. The way we have advanced from earlier by just sending the pigeon to communicate, and now it's just within a second we get the message. So communication has improved due to the technology advancements, and it's all our brains, our necessities have done it, right? So as Anand mentioned that, yeah, we should not become the slave of our own invention. So this is my story. When I stopped using some of the smart devices, it has helped me. And now I don't wear my smartwatch at all. And I'm very much clear about how much I exercise, how many minutes I do yoga, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes I do meditation, and then another 40 minutes I take meditation class. So I learn, I teach. Whole day there's a pattern which I'm following, and I'm enjoying, and I'm more mindful even while eating or drinking water. One small tip which my mentor told me, that when we are drinking water, have you ever observed till what point it reaches? Like, do you ever feel it, how cold the water is when it is reaching, passing through your food pipe and reaching till your stomach? Have you ever observed? I never observed it earlier, but now I'm more mindful about everything what I do. So this is how it helps me.
Okay, great points, Sangeeta. So since Envy was saying that is asked that whether smartwatches are smarter or humans are smarter. So being in the field, I have been into the field of AI. So one thing that I always say, that humans have what we call as a emotional intelligence, which machines or any gadget cannot replicate. Maybe in 100 years, so they can duplicate human intelligence, they can do super intelligence, what all intelligence say, but emotional intelligence is what we have kept us above all the machines, all the AIs and everything. And thank you, Sangeeta, for discouraging me to use my smartwatch, which I just bought.
No, please use it. I have also used it, but I came to know how to remove it. Dependencies.
Yes, Arish, I think
Rohit,
now
you can gift me your smartwatch anytime. I'm ready. I will
you
my
first
address.
come to Delhi. You just first come to Delhi, then I will talk to you. You are not coming to Delhi. That's the disadvantage.
No,
yes, you are saying something.
What was your question again? Can you come back again on the same?
So let me change my question. So is the life becoming stressful or stress-free with the use of gadgets?
So on that, there is an irony point which I have right now. So while going to the gym, you use your bike to go to gym, and over there you use your cycle to make yourself to lose your weight. So it's a kind of an irony. You're using a gadget and to have a stress less your way towards the gym, and over there you're making yourself stress on that bicycle or that any gadget which you're using to lose your weight. So it's kind of how you make it in a way, how you use your gadget in a way to make it more stressful, or in a way where you make it more yourself as a relax. So gadgets are made in a way to make yourself more relaxed, so you can have it ease, you can have your you can have it in a way where you can use it properly in your day-to-day life. But as we said, over using of anything or making them empowering regarding anything, it really has a bad effect on you. So that's my thought on it.
Okay. Yes, Arish, the same question to you. Are gadgets making our lives stressful or stress-free?
No, I'm just listening because curiously in the last 2 years, I have not had used my gadget so much because I was at home. But also in the same way, the gadgets have actually saved my life. So I believe that it's a choice. We made the gadgets, and telling that we are getting slave of that, I think is somewhere where you use the word lazy is what I will use it. I don't think you will ever get in the direction of gadget if you're mindful of what we're doing. Some people use the gadget to get away from the people factor of it. I don't want to meet people internally. It's not something consciously you're saying, but subconsciously say I don't want to meet people, so it's fine. The pandemic becomes the reason for us to not venture out. We have lost the human contact. But I definitely believe that if you can take some time out, we can't do away with gadgets now. Right now, there's no choice. Everything we're doing, we have to be connected. It may be a phone, a wearable, or a Bluetooth that we might still be used to. But say during the work time, people working from home, you cannot not be connected because your job depends on that. So detoxing is the choice of mind. Saying that I'll use my computer, I'll use my uh, earphones only for this time, and research has proved that earphones and all are creating problems with your natural rhythm. So I think it's just a choice for us. We can't go overboard if we don't allow ourselves to. Yeah, the gadgets are there. Our ancestors used to walk to school. Our parents used to tell us, beta, in our time, we used to take the bus or the cycle. We can't tell the same thing to our children. The only thing we can tell our children is, beta, we used to go to school. And they'll say, yes, Papa, really? Because now the school comes to us. So like somebody mentioned, the children are grown in the, in the gadget. So it's just about how we use it to keep ourselves sane. In fact, one of the things I should mention, my friend does a no electric zone in his dining table. So when he's dining with his family in the night, nobody carries the cell phone. You can go back to your cell phone once the dinner has been over. So at least what happens, people are talking to each other. Because there's a big joke that I was calling up my brother was not listening to me, my mother switched off the Wi-Fi, and within 2 seconds he was there to check out what happened. So that's the
There's
whole
some
point.
network issue with you. Your voice is not clear. Your voice was not clear last 1 minute.
Okay, no, I said that there was a joke about a sister calling out a brother, and the brother is not coming. The mom switches off the Wi-Fi, and the brother is there in 2 seconds to know why the Wi-Fi is not working. So it's just a choice. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I'm done talking.
So from that point, I think I personally, in my experience, I would say people are going towards becoming finding ways of easiness, like wireless headphones. So I found out a way that I don't have to strangle on my headphones, like wired headphones. And also people are following on the trends. Like trends means maybe I bought a smartwatch because I saw one of my friends wearing a smartwatch and doing his calling on his wrist. Like I thought she's so cool. So I bought a smartphone which has a calling feature. Like that's a bad thing, because I'm driving, I drive, and if a call comes, I really can't switch off. Like I can't cut the call because I need to put off my hand from the handle. So that's eventually making things easier, but that's also creating a negative effect. And even I just saw news that Elon Musk bought Twitter, and he will be commercializing. He'll be giving freedom of speech. He'll be doing what? So like people like Elon Musk, I have no issue with that. But I would say I don't follow completely with his thought process, because there is something that's not clear, because he is talking about commercializing and then saying freedom of speech. If things are commercialized, like maybe like I would say Facebook, your ads is commercialized, you are tracked every time, your Google is commercialized, you are tracked. I'm just saying about Elon Musk. The next thing that when I open Google, the first thing that I will showing will be shown will be Elon Musk. That's certain. Like I'm talking to you about Elon Musk. When I open my Google, there will be a news of Elon Musk first card. So there is no things like that. It's just that now businesses are going, like you may have seen Shark Tank. People are going automated. Just remembering one thing, like there was one startup which came with a facility that they would take care of your dogs or your pets, and they were automating everything. So when you are, or like suppose I have a rabbit, the biggest task is to catch that rabbit, because she is she runs everywhere to just stay away from me. So in that way, I'm doing an exercise. But if someone else is taking care of my rabbit, I'm not doing that exercise. At least I would not be doing. I'm the laziest person in terms of exercise. So
Rohit, sorry to interrupt you. You gave me idea.
Yeah.
I can hire people to take care of my phone for SMS, for my emails, for my WhatsApp messages.
Definitely, you and I'll be charging 1 lakh rupees per month. Just ping me.
Sure.
Yes, Pawan,
I
you were
know
saying
you
something.
don't follow Elon Musk, but you follow me.
Yes, Pawan, you were saying something.
Yeah. Can I?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, for me, at least directly going to the question, Rohit, like, does that increase the stress? I personally believe it is what I see from my life. Yes, because earlier when I was working with GE, I had my emails configured on my phone, and it was more like, even when sleeping, something comes up, I used to see the mail and something responded by the counterparts. Okay, I had to see that, okay, sometimes it's nothing to be set up or checked in the system, reply back or directly from the phone, etc. And there was definitely, I would say, a sort of anxiety when you're connected. Same thing, like sometimes I post something on the LinkedIn. I try to see, okay, how many of them viewed my post, how many of them posted any comments. There was definitely a kind of anxiety which might lead to some kind of a stress. Personally, I saw that I started questioning myself, does the world stop if I don't reply back to somebody in the night after seeing the email? The simple question is no. Your work doesn't create that critical problems over the night if you don't answer them. I stopped configuring mails to my phone. At least today, like whenever I log off from the office, the next day morning till then, that I don't see my laptop. I don't open. Because I think things can go on. Things can wait. If something really critical, people definitely call you up and find out and ask you to get into a look into it. I personally feel getting so much connected, it starts with anxiety and then it might lead to stress. Actually, that's why it's better you have a control.
Pawan, here just my personal experience that I want to share. Like last session was about mental health. I'm like, you came up with the question that on your point that you turn off everything related to your work and you go back to office to the next day and then do things. Now what's happening is that people are to show themselves up and to take their reputation up in the eyes of their managers. People are there 24/7. And I did that for 2-3 years. I've been doing that for last 3 years. Now I have realized that I am at a position. Now I am at a position, and now I've realized that let's not do that more, because I literally have replied and had the call at 12 p.m. in night when I was sleeping at 10 p.m. So that's really a thing that everyone is doing. People are they don't find any issue with this. Like earlier we say that we had this chapalusi. Now this is a virtual chapalusi. You are available 24/7.
Agree, Rohit. Yeah. But now I stopped it because I was like, it's okay. Life will go if nothing would stop the world if Pawan doesn't reply back to that email immediately.
Durga, you want to say some points on that?
Yes, Rohit. So I hardly did I understand the question. So I'll just rephrase it to test my understanding. So the question is all about whether we feel stressed out or not with the help of the gadgets, digital gadgets, or any kind of things that we are using today. Right? Okay. So to this, my understanding is that mostly anything and everything, any simple thing, even if it is any different language, I immediately reach out to the gizmos for all my informational needs. So without that, I think my parents and the other people who are around me, if they are not too much into this digital world, they are not able to get information as quickly and easily as it was in the past. Like my mom, if they didn't know anything, till today they are not knowing. But for us, even if we don't know something that is even out of my age, I try to go ahead and Google and immediately learn about that, right? So I think there is a small distinction. So technology is about double-edged sword. It's up to us. How are we using it? The over dependence leads us to the other negative side, and using it in the right informational and intentional, being confident and cautious about how are we using it. Are we controlling the use, or is it controlling us? I think if we are clear on that, and if we are able to test it, sometimes if we are able to be and stay away from the gadgets for at least half of the day, then it means like we are able to be out of the stressed phase. And if we are feeling anxious to go and look into our phones or any other digital devices, then it means we are reaching that stress and anxiety levels. That is a clear sign that we might be going into the negative direction.
Okay, yeah, great thoughts on that. Yes, Vamsi, you're saying something.
Definitely, the stress factor is also self-bought infliction. It's like I always feel when the stress comes because maybe you want to prove something by being up to it. And now when you have information, you are in a position to say that, okay, I am now in control of it. Now when that excitement or that anxiety of or that inclination to get the control will put unnecessary stress on us. I always feel stress is coming in my personal experience because I'm trying to speak more, maybe in a virtual manner. Whenever instead of just listening, I want to speak more, and that's where I feel my gadget is aiding me as a crutch, or aiding me as a tool, so that now I can speak more and more and more. And now to speak more, I need to get more information, and then I'm again up. I fall into that vicious circle. But if I say, I snooze, I pause, and I say that, okay, now I only want to listen, then you actually don't need to have any gadget. You can just go outside and you can listen to various kinds of sounds and various kinds of things that maybe when I say listen, it's a generic thing that I'm saying, that you can see, we can watch, hear, smell, and do all these things. And these all do not need gadgets. But the moment you say that, okay, I want to be in control and I have information to share, that's where I feel the stress factor comes out. This I actually experience every day, because I have to put something on LinkedIn as a post. I have some ideas, but then I see that some disconnect with information. That's when I actually have to go. The stress factor rises a little bit. I take up my gadget, search, read something, do something more, collate ideas, and then post it. But if I can only listen, if somebody is talking, maybe a random idea can come and my content can automatically evolve. But to have a control on my content because I have gadget is a stress factor for me. I hope
Vamsi, what will happen if you don't post your LinkedIn post, maybe some delay by a day or two?
Nothing will happen, but it's something that I took a commitment on myself. So I want to be truthful to myself. And I know I have something to add today because I have read something. Heaven don't fall, that's for sure, but it's only my commitment to myself.
Wow, nice, man.
Yeah.
So like really good thoughts, and we are, I think, moving to a direction that it's up to us. We are making the technology and the gadgets harmful thing to us, or we are using it in a way that it benefits us. So like one thing that I would say, like in my, according to me, like two most important thing that have like literally made us around gadget is, first is digitization, like the currency, like currently we are doing UPI and change the currency, and the second most important thing is COVID. So any other thing you think that has attracted us towards the gadgets? Anyone can go. Nitesh, you can go. I think he has not spoken and he wants to speak. Yes, Durga. Yes, Durga, you can go.
I think gaming is one of the industry that has lured the customers like anything. So our brains have gone haywire to a great extent, right? So I think it's the gaming industry along with any kind of social media platforms. It keeps us the craze to go and again visit the post. For example, like Vamsi. Once Vamsi sends out something, maybe the next day I would immediately go and keep following to see what else he is updating. So that kind of curiosity that content creators or any other influencers are doing is also becoming more these days.
No, yeah, yes, Nitesh.
I don't have any points, man. You have told everything, but I will tell maybe. If you say, I think the evolution of Instagram is more for me. It is too much trouble in the life.
Okay.
So many things, so many posts, so many in the name of AI.
Also,
you can say.
Like I would say, that maybe it's your wife. It's your wife.
I will not fall in
Do you
trap like
agree?
Vamsi. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to fall in trap. Sudhakar has told earlier.
By this you.
No. I just want to tell a point. Maybe all of us know about what is AI. If not,
Yes. Anyone else?
Just meet a mathematician.
Yes.
And they will tell you it's just algorithm. What is algorithm? It is just A to Z. That's it. There's nothing artificial intelligence about it. I really don't feel how they are telling in the name of artificial. It may be a promotional name. It may be a product name. Artificial intelligence. I myself have patented a product in the name of artificial intelligence. But if you ask me personally, there's no artificial intelligence. Nothing. It is just an algorithm that is adapting with your code or with your line. That's it. So don't buy anything in the name of artificial intelligence that will make you smart. Rather than, as Sangeeta told, you are smart.
Yes, definitely. I literally agree with Nitesh. Don't buy anything in the name of artificial intelligence. I'm literally giving example. Like I just saw, like I was preparing for the just saw a post from a very senior personality, and what he said that he has written, he was searching recursion. There's a programming concept recursion he was searching, and Google autocorrect gave the same spelling which he wrote in the search bar. So you write something and they say, do you mean this? So there's the same spelling. So he just created a meme out of that this is another fooling thing that AI has created. So artificial intelligence does not mean like it is super intelligent. Like I was just going through one I would say the space page. So it says that when we think of extraterrestrial life, we think of smarter species, but it's really microbes that we are finding on Mars, or it's really microbes which maybe we have found on some other planets. So it's not some aliens who are coming to destroy you like we see in movies, or it's and another, like from that it's not related to topic. So it's the meme said that America is the only thing that aliens see. There is nothing no other countries there outside USA that aliens come to you and there is an alien species which saves you. So ultimately aliens are coming and aliens are saving. So literally Earth people are not doing anything. So so I was literally into that, like, wow. Same goes for AI as well. AI destroys us. Humans are not doing anything.
No,
Yes,
Rohit,
guys.
Rohit, there is one more intelligence part about it for the artificial intelligence. Your gadgets are not intelligent, but they are stealing your information. They are checking all your background backend details. I myself are recording what US people are browsing a day every day and making it a note and then giving it to my client. So the
So basically you are
part
doing
is
a privacy breach. So you
whatever
are
you
going
can say.
against law.
Whatever you
So
can
we
say,
should fire
law
a
of
FIR
land.
against you.
Please do that.
I
It's
will
law of
fire a
land.
FIR against you.
I am not in US, man.
You are doing a privacy. No, guys, everyone is doing that. Yes, guys. Anyone else wants to put anything that why are we so much into gadgets? What have taken us to those gadgets that we are towards gadget only, dependent on gadgets?
Okay, I would like
Anand.
to add something.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's the main problem is like the mobile companies providing one-stop solution for everything, right from banking, music, television, entertainment, news, and I mean everything is there available on mobile. So suddenly mobile becomes a replacement for everything. Like earlier we used to listen music on radio, then watch something on television, talk to people when we go outside. I mean, there were different things and different gadgets we used to using for different various purposes. But now everything is on mobile, like literally almost everything. So I think that has made us to go more towards gadgets. Of course, I mean there are few pros about it which we can't deny, but at the end I think again we can all, like we said, we know where we can stop, because see, no one is pointing a gun at your head and saying no, you have to respond to the WhatsApp at 2 a.m. No one is doing that to you, right? It's your mind, it's your anxiety making you to do that. So at the end, if you I think someone said do meditation and all that, I think that will definitely help you, and you can move away from this all madness.
Yes, Vamsi.
You were mentioning digital currency and then our work. So the third thing people have touched it, but which is entertainment. I remember during my childhood days, for DuckTales, we used to wait till Sunday. Uncle Scrooge and all those, and Chitralahari, we used to wait, and it's they used to say it will run for half an hour, but 10 minutes will be taken up by ads. We used to get pissed off. Oh, this song, and then there used to be something Philip's top 10. These are all the things. These are all things we used to wait, and we used to relish. Even if it is half a song, we used to hum for the remaining week. Now I just go to YouTube and I say, what are the top 10 songs of Ilayaraja? What are top 10 of Mani Sharma? And I get all the songs. I get top 50 actually, not even 10. So this instant gratification is what is driving us. And it actually goes to the point where I initially mentioned that it creates a false illusion saying that I am now in control of information. I know, boss, I can get the information, but at what cost? Is something like if I don't hear the top one of the charts which is there on the which is hot trending, maybe now Acharya, I don't know. So it's okay, it's okay for me. I don't want to go and see the reviews of KGF 2. If I want to watch, I will go and I will watch. So this entertainment is something which is driving away, and this persistent complaint that I have with my son also. Like he just goes and he feels that I can just one click, he will see all the complete series of Harry Potter.
Okay, so I think yes, Naveen.
Sorry, I'll try to chime in here. Overall, if you look at the way these gadgets and social media platforms are designed, they are playing with our neuro-linguistic and the way we are going to act on the stuff, right? So it is so compelling for us to respond immediately the moment you get this notification, right? And they're actually in the weaknesses and all. So we got to be very sensitive. I think there is a book called Indistractable. Okay, and I don't remember the author and all, but he actually wrote certain tips in terms of how do we avoid getting addicted to the digital devices and the platforms and all. And again, I'll tell you my own example. At one point in time, I think in 2020, I stopped using WhatsApp for about 7 months, personal WhatsApp. And since Sudhakar and I were into podcasting and all, we had mandate to use some form of communication. So I installed business WhatsApp, and I started using that only for TGV related stuff. And I didn't, and nobody knows that particular number also, right? Likewise, if we really can stay focused and we want to do it, we can achieve it, right? So that is one point. And in the chat, I mentioned about this Idiocracy movie. Okay, and I watched it about 2 weeks ago. Interesting thing is, they have depicted how world is going to look like in 2505. Okay. And people will be lazy enough to calculate 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 also. And whoever thinks 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, they will be treated as intelligent, super intelligent and all. So it's about 1.5 hour movie available for free on YouTube. Go ahead and watch. It's must watch. Okay, and I was literally able to relate everything what I've been observing in terms of how we are influenced by technology, gadgets, and everything all other stuff around us. My inputs, and sorry guys, I joined a little late. I came to a hospital for a consultation which has been long pending. And yeah, I'll go on mute. Please carry the conversation, and thank you, Rohit and Sangeeta, for taking lead, guys. Please continue.
Naveen, your smile is a medicine. No, you know that.
So
wow.
So Naveen mentioned that movie is freely available. It's not freely available.
Maybe it is available in the US.
Please, if anyone has any link, please share in the TGV. We all want to see that movie.
Rohit, 1 plus 1, super intelligence.
Maybe it was free in the US. It is region specific. Yeah, could be.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
right.
Pawan, you are saying something.
Maybe to your question, Rohit, like, are we getting attached to so much to the gadgets, right? That was actually the question. Maybe I don't know. I'm looking at it in a different angle is what I see. Maybe sometimes in this world of craziness about your career and other things, you start spending so much time on those career-oriented stuff, and as you said, trying to please your boss, trying to do be good guy in the office where you respond to late night emails, etc. and all. Maybe that craziness sometimes taking more of your time, and then you start thinking about smart ways of managing other things. That's where you start depending upon your gadgets and your apps. Wherein, okay, I have to get a tiffin. Okay, let me open Zomato and just order. I have to get vegetables. Let me blink it. So maybe that's where we start trying to use it, because we are spending most of our time on other stuff, which is like trying to build career, considering that career is the most very much important, or that's the only important. I won't say very much more, but that's the only important stuff. That's where we are losing more of time, and for the other stuff, we are trying to be using smart methods of not doing much and getting the things done in a quick way. That's why we are getting attached to more of those apps or gadgets which help us do getting there.
I like, as Pawan was speaking, I just got a random thought. Like, since I'm a bachelor and I have not been that much charming that I would have the lot of female fans, so I can share the dard of such a person, that why I got onto the gadgets, just to stay away from these thoughts. Like, so mentally many people are getting that thought. So from that, as I put it in the chat as well, is peer pressure a driving force for us to be dependent on gadgets? Like, say, like just Vamsi said that maybe KGF, like currently I just feel like they are looking upon, they're saying you have not watched KGF. Like, they are speaking to me like I have not done something that's necessary to live. Like, I am not, I would say, I'm not competent enough to live on earth, that I have not watched KGF. So is peer pressure a crucial point that we are depending on gadgets?
Rohit, I have also
peer
not
pressure
watched
is.
KGF.
So, go ahead.
No, nothing. You carry on.
No, I was just saying to Rohit's point, like peer pressure is always there, right? I mean, since our childhood, till today, and even our kids will face the same thing. Peer pressure is always there. I mean, we are always guilty that we have done some things under the peer pressure which we could have avoided. Again, like even gadgets, moving towards gadgets is one of those things where, let's say, if you are a content creator or if you're an influencer, let's say, so you have that thing like, okay, how many followers my friend has and how many followers I have. So, I mean, those can be a driving factor where, and plus nowadays, because of Insta, Facebook, I mean, social media overall, you're always felt to look good. You're always like forced to, there are some face filters added to this apps and all that. I think those things are not required. If you teach and if you learn, but also that if we accept the way we are, I think that's more than enough to live a very, very good quality life. So I think that's what we need to learn and also teach it to the next generation.
So Anand, you said that those filters are not required, but I would say there are these filters are live for some people, because otherwise the people will not be seen in the vicinity. Like I am talking about some celebrities as well. Some of our, like I would say, my friends. In Hindi there is a word known as bobada. The face is not that much good. So for me, every of my friend is not looking that good. So they are living on their filters. That's why they are there. And they are my friends.
No, but it's a trap, right? I mean, see, in reality,
Yes.
is your face changing?
Yes.
No. I mean, just for the sake of people, if you want to do that, and at the end you go and see your mirror and still your face is same. So, I mean, what's the change that we have done through those filters, right? So I think that thought should be imbibed into the generation that, okay, this filters are not going to change your life, right? So,
yeah, and actually,
yes.
you won't be appreciating yourself. First, you should appreciate yourself, and you should appreciate the true self of others. And if your friends are like, if my friends are like that, then I have to make a decision or realize that I'm not in a good circle then.
But Sangeeta, we are buying those mobile phones with flagship mobile phone with AI smart camera. No, we are only buying. No, that's why they are selling.
Yeah, they are selling, but again, it's a choice, right? Whether you need filters or you are going to judge people only on their face value.
One thing, like from the thought, I just got one thing. 1 minute. Just sorry to disturb with such. Since there's a lot of marriages going around me, my friends and friends, so one thing I noticed is that after the marriage, especially the girls, first of all, girls who have never been on the social media are on social media. Next, since I went to their marriage, so I know how they look. They are using filters to look good and present so that their married colleagues or so this has become a peer pressure or a style statement that after the marriage you have a social media account and you are using filters of anything and everything, making videos. So that's I'm not able to understand what's the mentality into that, because people have seen you in your marriage.
That's their personal
They
choice.
know how bad you look.
Okay, Rohit,
They
you
know
look
how
man.
bad you
Calm
look.
down.
No.
Relax.
No, I think, see, gadgets are not taking, see, peer pressure is always, as Anand mentioned, right from childhood till now also we have to go through it. And how we take it,
because my mother told, Sangeeta, because my mother told that please go to school, that next year is going to school alone. We have been taught in that way, no? Please study well because the next guy who is studying is better than you. Because I've been told to be a peer pressure.
Yeah. But later on, I think once you have made your choices, you are taking your decision as per your wisdom.
Nitesh, the example you have given, this is the uniquest example I have ever got in terms of the peer pressure. Because never ever a person has given me example that my mother has told me to go to school because my colleague, my Padosi is going to school.
No, it is not that way, Rohit. I'm trying to say.
No, what he's saying is about the peer pressure, the fundamental definition of peer pressure.
That's not
That-
peer
that-
pressure. That's a gundagardi of the parents.
No,
That's it
No,
should
no.
be quoted correctly. It's called gundagardi of
Gunda-
parents. It's not peer pressure.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
We get to hear this when, especially for higher studies and all, they just send to higher studies because their neighbors'
See,
children have gone to US or somewhere, so
Yes.
they push for
my-
higher studies.
my first peer will be my parents only. No? So they will only contribute much in me rather than my friends.
Yes, completely agree on that. Completely agree on that. Yes, we have even I would since we are talking about parents. So my mother started using phone because unki jo family wale hain, they are on WhatsApp, and whenever she goes into the family parties, she's the only one who doesn't use WhatsApp. So she started using WhatsApp, and I didn't find any logic into that, but I can't
you
say anything
became
to
the
my
group
mother.
admin.
Huh? Yeah.
No, leave it.
नितेश आज तो घर पे बहुत पिटेगा from your wife, from your parents. अब बच्चे रह गए बस वो रहने दे.
I'm in a quiet room alone sitting.
You forget this is a recorded session. I can send it.
You don't know anybody. I'm not in social media.
All right.
Okay, guys. So see, we are reaching the end. So I would say the last question. Just tell me the name of a gadget you think you can live without. One gadget you think you can leave at current moment and will not touch for your whole life, or maybe for 10 days.
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone.
No, for me, it's my Fitbit or Smartwatch. I haven't used it from last 1.5 years. So I'm confident about it.
I can say TV
TV. Okay.
because I have alternators. So
Good one. Good one.
Same thoughts.
Nitesh.
TV.
What? Pawan?
No, same thoughts. TV.
TV. Okay. Do you also have some other streaming platforms? Subscription?
No other subscriptions. But still, because I stopped
Okay.
watching after my
Then-
kids started watching TV. I only get to see Tom and Jerry or some other things. So I stopped it.
Very nice, Pawan. Like your answer.
Thanks.
Okay. I can also live without my smartwatch and also my headphones. Literally, this is a forced thing that I'm doing. My smartwatch and my earphones. I can also live without my phone, but the condition is that the people around me should be, I would say, insan, and the people around me are not insan. So I try to search people on my screens and gadgets who are literally humans. So if I find humans around me, I will leave my phone.
Sure. We will definitely meet to it.
You are
Rohit?
not human, definite. Yes, Pawan. Thank you.
Rohit, I would like to excuse myself. I have to leave for my classes right now.
Yes.
Thanks for having me,
Just
guys.
tell the name of the gadget.
Thank you.
Just tell the name of the gadget.
Regarding what? Can you come back to question?
Which you can a gadget that you can leave for your life, would not touch for your life.
To be honest, I wanted to be my mobile phone, but that's hard. That's hard. It's hard for me to say that on that part. I really need gadgets.
Yes.
Since I'm a tech
Come on,
savvy,
yes,
I
Yes,
need.
be confident. Just give your mobile to me. That's it.
You can take it. You can take it. Even to be honest, I have dabba phone, so you can take it.
Sure. We will, done deal.
Even if you resell it, you just have to pay yourself to that guy you are selling it. Because you will be the one who will say, "Tu mujhe paisa de, main isse nahi lene wala." So you can have it. But the reason I have kept the phone is because to have meetings and conversation with people for interest. But I don't use my phone that much. So my answer would be phone. I can live without phone, to be honest. It's just I have a dabba jiske andar SIM card hai aur WhatsApp chalta hai. That's it. That's my life.
Same man. Same. Yes, I really liked your answer. Same here.
Yeah.
Nitesh, you are having that because you are fed up of your wife.
No, I think both.
Actually, I
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
point here. I would have
Yes.
agreed with Yash if it was before pandemic. But this pandemic has taught me that just
Yeah,
close your laptop.
I actually agree. So the technology which made, thank God to our technology that we had UPI system before that.
Yes.
I'm not sure if pandemic would have hit without UPI systems and everything, it would have really been hard on you human beings over here. And
Yes, definitely. Completely
so
agree
yeah,
with that.
I agree. But since pandemic is up, kind of, I don't use my phone that much.
Yeah. So here what happened to me is pandemic has taught me that you can aram se close your laptop even the whole day and just use your smartphone to check your Outlook and MS Teams
That's
to
true.
keep yourself always available to the employer.
That's true.
So I cannot now live without the smartphone.
I can live without it because I really want it, but my profession don't let me do it. But if required, since I just had an amazing vacation without phone and without technology, I was just living in a village, and that village was inside a jungle forest, and I really enjoyed that whole time. Though I had my phone with me, but we were not using that much. Though we clicked some photos that much, but we didn't interact with anyone. I was on my vacation, and I got to know that if there is something which I can live without, is my phone. I can really live without it, and I really feel amazing about it.
Great.
So if I ever get a time,
think
if I ever get a choice, I will leave my phone and I will explore my world on my own. Though I need Google Maps to explore. Apart from that, I can
you
leave.
can't trust on Google Maps. Don't trust on
Trust
Google
me.
Maps.
Trust me. I rather than go with the pan wala, rather than going with the
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Agree completely.
Yes, I pray to the God.
ma'am.
I mean, we will do that.
Yeah, guys. All right. Sorry
Yes,
for interruption.
Yeah.
I have to leave. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vamsi, so which gadget you want to leave?
I have only one phone. Apart from that, I don't watch TV. I don't have a smartwatch. Yeah. So I'm already at the minimal level.
So then also, like maybe like suppose do you want to shift to your old phone like Nokia 6600, like I had to add that bada phone, but that had the biggest camera display that I ever seen, round circle in. Or you want to shift to landline?
No, see, rather than thinking of getting away from the gadget, I would rather make less use of it and relevant use of it. Yeah.
So it's like the optimal use of it, wherever it is.
Yes, simple. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
Thank
you, everyone. Thank you. I think
Thank you.
we are at the end of our session. It has been a great session, and thank you everyone for sharing the thoughts. And we little laughed. For last 3 to 4 TED, we have never laughed. So this is the finally a session with.
Yes. Thank you,
laughing.
Rohit, for thanking me a lot. I know because of me only you are thanking. Thanks, man. I really like you.
You don't forget, I am connecting with your wife. Definitely. I have
please.
her number.
I dare you. I'm daring you in front of everybody. You can please find anything related to that.
Okay. Thank you.
This is the power of social media. Man. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye, Sangeeta. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.